Hari Om. As part of Patanjali Yoga Sadhana, we are discussing types of niyama. In that, already Saucha, Santosha, Tapas are discussed, and now is the turn of Svadhyaya. What is Svadhyaya? Svadhyaya means self-exploration or self-study or self-examination. In the path of Yoga Sadhana, in what way self-exploration or self-study is essential? That is what we are going to look into. Now, in the path of enlightenment, all the saints, they follow this kind of exploration. They renounce, they test themselves like discipline, all other things. This kind of self-exploration is about where they have come from, even though they are here because of their parents, but the main root they always ponder upon. In that quest, they study their whole life. When they study the whole life, it is not about themselves, but the life on the earth, the relation with the cosmos. All these comes under that self. When we say self, it is not alone. Even in this 21st century, may not be we are on the path of enlightenment, or may not be adopting a sainthood. Perhaps we are into family and a kind of societal and social living. So in that context, to move with people, we need certain kind of examination about ourselves, and also while moving with others. Even though our parents, teachers, even schools and education system has given us lot of studies, and we have so many books and researchers, scientific knowledge about everything. Scriptures we have. Everything we have in front of us to study and examine. And whole life, it may not be sufficient. It is like putting all brains and minds together, and even beyond mind. Journey is also visible to us in the form of books. That makes us understand about ourselves. It is very easy for us to know, but at the same time, while studying, while exploring, our path shouldn't be deviated or we shouldn't be taken into some other quest. How to be intact in our investigation about self is again dhyan and yoga sadhana are very important. Whatever you read, whatever you study, whatever you examine, when you close your eyes and look into yourself and keeping aside all those understandings and analysis, only then you can go beyond mind and you can really be into a kind of appropriate explorer or maybe discoverer of your own self. And it may not be in one day, it takes lifetime for few people. For few, they are with that born talent to explore themselves. So for them, it takes very less time. So when we follow people, in the sense like great personalities, we devote our attention and mind in a kind of fervor, but we never try to become like them. Following is good, but at the same time, if you cannot meet the purpose, when you follow your deity or favorite deity, the purpose may not be solved. So in following that, you need to explore yourself, and in that self, when you are exploring, you will get acquainted with certain qualities, with generosity, kindness, compassion towards other people. Because you will realize that you and others are not different. Of course, physically they look different, but when you explore yourselves, then you will understand the true essence of self. People say selfish. So in that too, if you dig, you will find that there is a beauty of cosmos in that. So the selfishness or other things when are deep-rooted, or sometimes we consider that as a disease as well. Only about self, only me, myself. When a deceased person says myself, it is completely different. We say narcissist, grandiose, lot of diseases we have with different varieties of meanings. But when a spiritual person or maybe enlightened person, or a person who is in a studious exploration, when that person says myself, me, I, there the whole cosmos is included. Sometimes when you narrowly think, you may not understand the meaning or the essence of that myself. This my or self is so broad that makes you grow as a human. When you explore yourself, you start thinking of others. In that process, you start analyzing the lives of others. It happens that a person who is hungry, or maybe who is in complete poverty, the miseries of that person cannot be understood by a person who has never tasted that. But a person who is on the process of self-exploration tastes that poverty, empathizing, and feels the pain of the hunger, even though the person is having everything around. The person knows the difficulties of other people. Even though not placed in that situation, this person experiences that kind of trivial. And that is how we have so many kind and compassionate people. When we see great people like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Vivekananda ji, Abdul Kalam ji, Mother Teresa ji, and also Jesus ji and Allah ji, all these are really have given us such a beautiful essence that we have fallen in love with those personalities, and we try to be like that. If we try to become like that, we will be trying to explore more and more. Only because of that we follow. But if we forget the essence of becoming like them and just only follow, we have only celebrations outwardly. This is how on earth lot of purposes are deviated. Those personalities are in us. They are not excluded personalities. If you close your eyes and see, you can feel them. You can experience them. You can feel a tree, a flower, and a bee, and Almighty, and the whole of the earth. Earth means always we see the beauty. When you really explore, you find it so dangerous. The nature, the earth bears lot of pains. Like we have our all internal organs inside. It also gets its blood chemistry, body chemistry, everything, mineral chemistry, everything sometimes in at task. Here it is fine, some other place it is not fine. Here every day sun rises, but in some other place once in 6 months. All this, the whole solar system, the science, the spirituality, all we take it as a separate kind of studies. But the creator who created, or maybe the creation which has happened on its own, has never thought it as separate, because we see everything as a limit. For us, everything looks complicated, and we only start studying in one particular field. And even though we study whole life, it won't be an end. Such a beauty of book this earth is, this universe is, and the Almighty who is away from all this. We are including all those in our study, and those all studies, whatever we are doing, everything is included within ourselves. That self got such a power. If you read, you may get knowledge, but if you experience, close your eyes and see the beauty of it, or the pain that is carried out in the earth in some corner, everything will be felt within ourselves. And for that, you yourself is a very big book. We have created so many theories. Life is only this much, but we live that much. We have so many things trying to make our reflections. So when we see others, they are our reflections, our weaknesses, our strengths are all in this world. Are they not ourselves? Every bit on this earth is only our reflection. Sometimes when you sit for meditation, you may find that you are all alone. But actually in that everything is there. You may feel that everything is your reflection. When you explore deeper and deeper, you may find whole cosmos yourself. It is not that you read and say this. If you read and say that, there will be a full stop for somewhere, something. or maybe a comma or a pause. But if you sit and just simply immerse in yourself, there are no punctuation at all. There are no expressions, words at all. Your words flow like anything, in any direction. And everything is merged. And you will enjoy that bliss. So whatever you study, whatever you explore, that has to be kept aside and see with your closed mind, going beyond mind, and see the reality. There are no limits there, but we have all limits here. And if we accept those limits, life goes smooth. If we do not accept, sometimes it is very difficult for us to accept those limits. So we break those limits and try to go forward. Barriers, we say. We break the blocks, we say. It's all in our mind how we think. What is what? If there is a block, is it a block? Or is it a beauty? Something happened in your life. If you consider that as a block, then it is a block. When you consider that as a beauty, and if you surrender it to the Almighty, then there are no blocks. But if it is affecting in the present, then you have to fight for it. That is how we are fighting in the society, in that crowd, even with the pandemics that we have. So because it is in the present. Therefore, self-exploration is not a process of selfishness. It is above that. Even self-esteem, self-respect, everything drops when you really explore yourself. Study is necessity. How we are taking is in our hands. Explore life, analyze life, and better not judge. Once you explore yourself, all other parameters are collapsed. But only half exploration happens. That is more dangerous. Judgments happen. We have criticism only because of that. Completeness is you have to dissolve in yourself. And the dissolution happens when you go deeper and deeper into yourself. This is the main essence of Svadhyaya. In scriptures, it's written in Sanskrit. But as the days pass, what is the present language? If we focus and if it is understandable and if it can be expressed in a better way through our language, that is always helpful. There is much to talk about this and there is no end for it. Like all other discussions, these two we have to end This is my perception. This is my experience. And you may deliver much more to the world, or as a sadhaka or as a trainer, you can do wonders in explaining others, and you can share your experiences of self with more examples and in a better way. Try to explore self and become a great sadhaka or a practitioner, and also be a good trainer by making people explore their selves and make this earth little burdenless. In the process of self-exploration, there is a recipe of gratitude, value, kindness, and compassion, and lot of other things also come under that. And this recipe is so beautiful, and it is not meant for weakness. People think kindness means, oh, we can say anything to them. And if someone loves means we can do anything. Or if someone is compassionate, we can make use of those people and we can cheat. No, it is not like that. These qualities, those who have, they are the most powerful people. Do not underestimate them. They are like godly. They are like motherly, fatherly, brotherly, or anything. When necessary, they fight for the cause. But their fighting is not to take any revenge, or the way of their exploring life and also the way they walk their path is quite different from how people who have not explored their selves properly. Respect these great personalities who have given this kind of beautiful knowledge to us. And that knowledge, if you praise or do not praise, it's not a problem, but it should be experienced. Only then that knowledge got some meaning. When we pray also, in that we should become those personalities. They and we are not different. That is the beauty of self. And only your self-exploration gets an essence or a meaning of which when you do follow this kind of process in exploration or in study or examination. Kindly be with Svadhyaya. Explore yourselves. Be healthy. Be happy and safe. Be on the path of Yoga Sadhana. And let us now move to other type of niyama. The last one, Ishvara Pranidhana. Hari Om Tat Sat.